Hey guys, it's Super Few Games or Adam, and welcome to my guide on how to get all the helmets here on Revelations. The way this works, if you're on PC, you can go ahead and click on whatever helmet you want to see how to do, and it'll take you to that part of the video. If you're on mobile, there will be timestamps in the description, and it's the exact same thing. Click on whatever helmet you want to see how to do, and it'll take you to that specific part of the video. Also, guys, if we could break 3,000 likes on this video, that'd be amazing. But other than that, enjoy the video. Getting the wolf helmet is relatively easy. All you have to do is go to Dreisendrache, and first thing you want to do is turn zero gravity on by standing on all four of the stones. It's exactly the same as it was in Dreisendrache. And then what you want to do is you want to throw a grenade into the hole in the wall near the ceiling, the exact same hole where you pick up the reforged arrow for the wolf bow on Dreisendrache. Throw a grenade into that hole, and then a skull will drop out and land on the ground. Now, in order to feed this skull souls, zero G has to be turned on. So when zero G is off, it will just be sitting on the floor. When zero G turns on, it will rise up and it will start spinning in a circle. All you have to do is simply kill enough zombies near the skull. I think it's around 20 zombies. It's really not too much. And once that is done, you'll hear the wolf howl, and you can head down to Kinder de Toten on the stage, and you can pick up the wolf helmet. And all the wolf helmet does is it gives you stamina, like an enhanced stamina. Your sprint is longer. It's not faster, it just lasts a little bit longer. Really not all that great if you're training. It's nice to have, but other than that, it's a pretty basic helmet. So the next helmet that we're going to be going after is the Viking Helmet. And in order to get the Viking Helmet, you're going to have to go back to Dreisendrache. And what you want to do is you want to go to the area where the portal is to Nostra and Toten, or the ritual areas, or the turret is. Pretty much stand right in front of the portal, look up, and look to the left, and you will actually see the clock from Dreisendrache. And all you want to do is shoot 935. There might be some confusion about shooting 115 first, but you actually don't have to do that. It's just 935, and then we can move on to the next step. So the next thing you want to do is go around the map, and you have to fill up 4 of the lightning urns. The first one is located in the Dreisendrache area, close to one of the Pack-a-Punch locations in Dreisendrache. The second one is located in the theater. It's actually in the room with Widow's Wine sitting on a shelf. The third one is located in Verrucht, the kitchen in Verrucht, like sitting right on the stove. And then the fourth and final urn is located in Origins. It's kind of near Generator 3. So once you've filled up all 4 of the urns, you'll hear a little audio quote when you fill up each urn. You can head over to the theater and pick up your Viking Helmet. Now, all the Viking Helmet does is it just enhances your jug, so you can take 1 extra hit. It does nothing else. So the next helmet that we're going to be going over is the God Helmet, or the Shadow Man's Mask, whatever you want to call this thing. It's absolutely amazing, and if you're going for higher rounds, this is the helmet you want. When you have it on, you can literally take like 10 hits from zombies and not down. It's insane. So in order to get this thing, the first thing you want to do is head to the Pack-a-Punch area inside that big apothecon, and there will be this green liquid as soon as you come into the Pack-a-Punch area. What you have to do is you have to stand in that green liquid and kill a whole bunch of different enemies. And you have to do this when there is this green smoke. There's a time when there's no smoke at all, and there's a time where there's this really thick green smoke. And when that green smoke is up, that's when you have to get these kills. There's definitely a great deal of confusion surrounding this helmet and what you actually have to do. You know, what enemies do you have to kill, and what do you have to kill the enemies with? And I've done a ton of trial and error when it comes to this helmet, just testing everything out. And I think I know exactly what you have to do, and I'm going to be going over that right now. So I'm going to have a list on screen of all of the enemies you have to kill and how many of each enemy you need to kill. So 8 to 15 parasites, 8 to 15 spiders, 8 to 15 furies, 50 zombies, 3 Margwas, and 10 to 15 keepers. So for the parasites and the spiders, that's just really easy. You can do that whenever you want. The spiders will eventually spawn in when you're sitting in the Pack-a-Punch room. I find that the Furies and the Keepers is something you'll probably do last, just because you won't get Keepers and Furies unless it's that special round in the early rounds. But once round 20 hits, that's when you'll start getting Keepers and Furies spawning in with the zombies. So you'll probably get that done after round 20. 50 zombies, no problem. That's the first thing you'll probably do. The 3 Margwas. Now, when I've done this, there have been times where I killed more than 3 Margwas and it didn't go off. And there are times where I killed 3 Margwas and it went off. And from my experience, it can be any type of Margwa. The last time I did it, I did 2 regular Margwas, so no elemental Margwas, 2 regular Margwas, and 1 purple Margwa, and it worked, and it went off. So, I'm pretty sure it's 3 Margwas. If you don't get it after the 3rd one, then just try it again, and it should go off. And you may notice that there's no Panzer on this list, because the Panzer is not required for this helmet. The Panzer is directly linked to another helmet, so that's why the sound will go off. It will actually go off anywhere, and believe me guys, I've tested it. I have gotten this without killing the Panzer in here. I have removed the mask in here, but not during a green smoke round. The Panzer is directly linked to the Crusader Helmet, which we'll be going over in a little bit. It really has nothing to do with this helmet. So the next helmet that we're going to be going after is the Fury Helmet, and this one is very straightforward. It's pretty simple. All you have to do is kill Furies, but there is a bit of a catch. Now, I am not 100% sure on this, but I am pretty sure that you cannot kill the Furies. If you want this helmet, you can't kill Furies with Wonder Weapons and possibly the Ragnarok. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this is because I've gone to high rounds and I've killed a ton of Furies with those weapons, and I never got this helmet to spawn in. And I've played a couple of games where I really didn't use the Apothecary Servant, the Thunder Gun, and the Ragnarok, and I was just using regular weapons from the box, and I got this helmet to spawn in really early on in the game. So I'm thinking you have to use regular weapons, and those wonder weapons don't actually count towards getting this helmet or count towards the kills you need to get this helmet. And I think you need around 50 kills in order to get this helmet. It's pretty straightforward. It's pretty easy. It's really not the most amazing helmet in the world. It's something that will just kind of randomly pop up. But if you're actually going for it, get around 50 kills. You'll hear the audio cue go off. Around 50 kills with regular weapons, and you should get this helmet no problem. The next helmet we're going to be getting is the Keeper Helmet, and this is a bit of a strange process because the first thing you have to do is you actually have to have the Wolf Helmet in order to get the Keeper Helmet, which is kind of strange. So go back to the beginning of the video, watch how to get the Wolf Helmet. It is really, really easy. Once you do that, we can move on to the next step. So once that is done, what you have to do is you have to find the 3 parts around the map for the Keeper Protector. There's 1 part in Kino der Toten, there's 1 part in Origins, and there's 1 part in Verrückt. Once you get that done, you can go ahead and go up to one of the spawn locations for the Keeper Protector. You craft it, and then you summon this guy. And you have to get between like 20 and 30 kills. It really isn't that much. And you don't have to do this in any specific order, because what I did is I got my Keeper kills first, and then later on in the game, I crafted the Wolf Helmet, and the Keeper Helmet showed up. So that is how you get the Keeper Helmet. Pretty easy, but kind of weird that you have to have the Wolf Helmet for this. So the next helmet that we're going to be going after is the Crusader Helmet, and the Crusader Helmet is all about bosses because it protects you from all bosses, damage from all bosses, and you deal more damage towards all the bosses. So really helpful. It's going to be very helpful for the final boss fight, that's for sure. So for the Crusader Helmet, it is pretty straightforward. The first thing you want to do is you want to get trap kills. It can either be with the Flogger or the Electric Trap in Verrückt. The Flogger is located in Origins, by the way. So you need around 30 kills with the traps, and that will be the first part of this helmet. The second and final step for this helmet has to do with the Panzer. And like I said before, the Panzer has nothing to do with the God helmet. It has to do with this helmet right here. And all you have to do is remove the face mask anywhere and also remove the power core from his chest. The best weapon for this, hands down, is the Draken. So if you get the Draken and you want to get this helmet, make sure you keep it and do it as early as possible, just so it makes things easy on you. So remember guys, trap kills, face mask of the Panzer, power core of the Panzer, and yes, you can do this with one Panzer. You can remove the face mask and the power core on the same Panzer. You do not need multiple Panzers. Once you do that, you'll hear the sound and you can go collect your Crusader helmet. So for the last helmet, we're going to be going over the Margwa helmet. And this helmet is pretty easy, but at the same time, it's kind of confusing on what you actually have to do in order to get this helmet. It might be glitchy, or there's just a certain way you have to do this, but from my experience, the easiest way to do this is to kill 2 elemental Margwas by one-shotting each of the heads. So pretty much 6 shots, 2 Margwas. Try to kill 1 purple and 1 fire Margwa, and you should get it 100%. Now, I quickly want to go over the kind of combinations of Margwas you can kill, because this is kind of confusing. I don't know if it's glitched, but it's really strange. So, from my testing, if you kill a yellow Margwa as your first Margwa, you get the activation sound, alright? Also, say you kill a elemental Margwa, which could be either a fire one or a purple one, you'll get your activation sound for that first step. And then for the second Margwa, if you kill a yellow one, it won't work. It's really strange on how this works. So I think if you want to use the yellow Margwa towards your progress for getting the Margwa helmet, it has to be the first Margwa you kill, and I'm not 100% sure on that, so if you guys know about this, let me know in the comment section below. So in order to kill 2 Margwas with 6 shots, you're gonna need a sniper and you're gonna need double tap 2.0. The best snipers that work for this is the Draken and the Locust. Do not get the SVG. I made that mistake. The SVG becomes a 2-shot just after like round 15. It's not a good idea to have the SVG. Get the Locust or the Draken. That will get the job done. And then if you just kill the 2 elemental Margwas, you'll have absolutely no problem getting this last confirmed helmet. So thank you guys for watching my video on how to get all the helmets here on Revelations. And I know